In its simplest terms, photogrammetry can be looked upon as taking multiple images of an object from various directions, knit them into a single three-dimensional model. Now it has got three basic steps. After you select your batch of photographs, the first step is to identify the points which match between multiple images and create a point cloud. That is what we call as triangulation or creation of a sparse point cloud. Once that is over, the system will try to fill in the gaps to create a mesh which looks like the original object. Again, it is also a point based cloud, but a much thicker one. Once this is over, the system will try to cover it up with a texture and make it look like a completed object. Various systems follow various workflows, but looking from the high level, this is what every system will do. It will try to convert an object into points and from the points into an object. Have a look at how Regard 3D does that. First, you add the images. And then try to compute the images which are matching with each other. The system will take its sweet own time. Okay, the system has confirmed that the images are matched. Now look at it. You will see that multiple images are linked up with multiple number of points. The numbers ranging from as high as 5000 to 10 or 20. Now go to a detailed view. This will give a clear picture of how the points are linked. Yes, it looks confusing, but that's what the system wants. To identify as many points as possible, which links to images for a better picture. Once this is over, you do the triangulation or converting the linking points into a three-dimensional image. Okay, this is done. Look at the image. It's a set of points in a space. You can just identify the outline from that. Now this is done. You build more number of points into it to create to give it a final shape. Now look at this. This looks more like a finished image, but again this is also a bunch of points. It's clearly visible now, especially at the bottom and behind the right wing. But this is nothing more than a bunch of points. Now it looks more like that. Once this is over, you create a surface for this. In effect, what we are saying is you convert these points into a mesh and apply a texture on top of it. Okay, the image is done now. When you zoom this near, you will notice that it is no more points. Now have a look at the photogrammetry workflow used by Mushroom. This will give you an explanation of the terms much more clearly than anything else probably which you will find. The standard process: first identify the images, extract the features. Once the features are extracted, Start matching the images. Once the images are matched, start matching the features of inside the images which needs to be mapped. Here you will see that the output of feature extraction as well as the input of feature extraction is passed as an input to feature matching. It means that it's not just the previous module but the predecessor modules also which are used as an inputs to successive flows. This you will be noticing again and again down the line. Once the feature matching is done, create a structure. Structure is nothing more than your simple point map or a sparse point map. Using that, create a dense point map, and using the dense point map, identify the depth of the points, which will further be used as an input for texturing and other activities. Depth map is created using the depth map and other inputs. Create a mesh, define the mesh, and then give a texture to it. Did you notice, even though this is more refined, this is nothing much different from what regard 3D workflow is. So every system has got its own workflow, additional aspects or whatever, but the bottom line is that it's going to be the same set of tasks created to generate an image. How are you going to use this? It's up to you. You can use it for drone mapping, you can use it for image mapping, you can use it for anything. There is a whole bunch of softwares lying around over photogrammetry. Some of them are free, some of them are paid versions, some of them are restricted, some of them are only for academic use, some of them are complete solutions, and some of them handle only a part of the workflow, and rest half is being done with something else. But remember one thing, photogrammetry means processing multiple images at the same time. This means that it is going to be very taxing on your system resources. So it depends on how you want to use it and where you want to use it. But yes, this is a very interesting subject to know about, both theoretically and explore the practical uses of this. The site which I picked this image from, in that the author tries to compare multiple photogrammetry softwares available and he presents his views of that. It's actually a good read.